Yes, sir. Once again, it's on. Welcome back to another episode of the Backing Out Podcast. We back, baby, live on Facebook alongside my cuz. How you feeling? Akil, what's good? Your mic is off. By the way, I'm K to the C. Happy to be here. It's lit, baby. Akil's just figuring out his mic for some reason right now. He gonna be here in a sec. We are live. If you're tuning in on Facebook, thank you for joining us. This is an amazing time. I'm having some vodka straight with some ice. This is that Ciroc, got to get proper. We watched Shazam. So in this episode, we're going to be reviewing that, giving our full thoughts on it, our full, honest opinion on it. Can't hear you, bro. Can't hear you, cuz. You got it? Hit the, go to settings or hit the mute button at the bottom corner. I can see the mic is muted on your screen. There we go. It's gone. Say something.
I'm good. It keeps doing the countdown on my end. I don't know how to stop it.
Were you trying to fast forward it? Because it sounded like it was fast forwarding there.
No, we're good now. Just delete
Oh,
it.
okay. Say something. Say something.
Yo.
Okay, cool. All right. So what's good, man? How you feeling?
Good. We're ready to talk about this Atom of Blackness.
Yeah, man. First, we're going to talk about the history of this movie, the 10 years in the making, what it took to get 15. There. Explain for the people who... 15! Jeez! And for the people who don't know about Black Adam and DC, you know what I mean? Then we're going to do a spoiler-free review to let people know if they should watch this movie or not. And then for all the people that know the movie, seen the movie, we're going to get into it. We're going to have some fun. Spoiler talk. All so don't run off. Don't run off. Don't worry. We're not spoiling nothing. We ain't going to try to, at least.
Can you see the comments and everything, sir?
I cannot. Let me see if I click this here. We're new to this whole live streaming thing, so bear with us. Let me open it up on my phone. Close that. All right, I'm going to open up Facebook on my phone and see what I can see there.
All right. Yeah, I want to interact with people real quick.
I had to hold on a second. Okay, I'll wait for the review for that.
Well, somebody wanted to say something?
Someone had some smoke for you in the comments section before you even put the review out.
No,
before someone put something out. Let me see the thing. Derek Friday. He already had smoke for you. You didn't even see the movie yet.
He's like, you're talking shit yesterday. I was like, nigga, I was doing stand-up.
He wrote, he said, it was a good movie. Stop trying to trash influence it. You know you bias that kill for people. Let them enjoy it. Yada, yada, yada. And then this next guy, John Thomas, was like, damn, he didn't even see it yet. And I had to laugh at that. Shout out to Joshua Williams. He was like, let's go. I see you, man. That's what's up.
That's the effect I have on people, man.
You're under their skin before you even begin.
I don't even say shit. They be like, man, fuck a kill. Didn't say nothing. All right. Let's go on with this. All right, what do you want to talk about with Black Adam?
What's up? I want to talk about the history of this character. And like it's been 15 years in the making for The Rock trying to do this. I remember hearing about this so long ago when it was like just a little rumor on the internet. I guess he was trying to start some buzz with it. And it came and went and disappeared constantly. And he's been fighting behind the scenes to get this to happen. But they were all like, Justice League has to happen. Superman has to be right. So they just kept him in the back, kept saying no in Warner Brothers. And he was been trying to do it. But I think now this, the alignment came together with his character, with his team, with the whole structure of it. So it was maybe better it came out now, or maybe a little bit a couple of years ago, or around now, but than 15 years ago for where DC is, you know?
Sure. I know at first they wanted him to be Shazam, and then all the fans were like, nah, you need to be Black Adam.
Yeah.
And then he started researching the character, and that's when he was like, all right, that's kind of dope. Black Adam was first introduced in 1945, Marvel Family Volume 1.
Justice
He's
Society.
6'3", just like The Rock, 250 pounds, brown eyes, black hair. He super speed, super strength, endurance, flight, magical enhanced perception, intelligence, teleportation, self-heal, and the ability to instantly heal others. And his allies are Lex Luthor and the Injustice League. So that'll be a dope dynamic to see him interact with Lex Luthor once they find a different Lex Luthor for the DC.
Yeah.
You know what? Call it the DCU now. The Dwayne Cinematic Universe.
Ooh, so you're saying he took it to a newer hierarchy of the DC?
That's what he's been saying. And I feel like he went in there. He did his thing because him and his ex-wife, they have what, $7 studio.
Yes.
And they produced this. They put their money and backing, and they wanted to make a crowd-pleasing action superhero movie. And I think that the problem that the reviewers and the critics are having is that they're so stuck on the Marvel formula and the formulaic formula that these superhero movies have been following. And if you don't fall on that beaten path, they get upset. They're like, oh, because this movie reminds me of an early 2000s superhero movie, but better, like a well done early 2000s superhero movie.
I feel that. Yeah.
It's bombastic. It's unapologetic. It's ignorant at times. It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah. I agree with that. I hear what you're saying. There's a lot of thoughts I had coming into this movie. My expectations were pretty low. I'm seeing John F. Thomas. It should have been Bryan Cranston. What do you think of that? What do you think of that
Bryan
comment?
Cranston as who?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Lex? Yeah, I can see that. You know who else would be a good Lex? That'll be like an out of the box casting? Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper would be good. He's got that psychopath eyes if he wants to put them on.
Yeah, man. Bring back Christian Bale. Let him be a crazy Lex Luthor, because they didn't use him right with Marvel. Let DC have their whack at Christian Bale and let him be some out of the box casting, because what they did with Jesse Eisenberg, they got to recast.
Yeah, they tried to modernize him and it just didn't work.
Tried to make him into Zach. What's his name? Zuckerberg or whatever.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Didn't work for me. Yeah. Didn't work for me.
I don't think it worked for him. What else you want to talk about before we jump into the review?
No, I'm glad it got made, and it's cool that it's here. To hear the fight that he had to make it, it's like, holy crap, I didn't know it was 15 years. That's a long time. But I do remember 10 years ago hearing like rumors about it, and it being out now is like, wow, it's crazy the amount of fighting and the amount of like back talks that have to happen for something to be made, at whatever level in the movie world. So that's all. That's my thoughts.
I feel like with DC in general, there's just a lot of pushback with logical decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it might be something like a logical casting, like what John's saying with with Lex or Bryan Cranston. He's saying that Bryan Cranston wanted the role, and they're like, nah, we want to do a new interpretation of the character. Like, just give the fans what they want. And I feel like that's what The Rock did with this movie. And the critics, they didn't like it. I don't understand where the hate's coming from. Like, this movie's graded lower than Wonder Woman 84, which is a lie.
Madness.
It's graded lower than Thor: Love and Thunder, that's a lie too.
Yeah.
So it makes me question the morality, not just not the morality, but how truthful these reviewers are.
Yeah, and where they are at in life too. Like what they're seeing and how many movies they've seen before kind of jades people's perspective, I think. After a while, is watching an introduction to a comic book character. How different can they possibly make it after like how many movies, counting the Marvel, counting the DC, counting, Image with Spawn? How different can you shake it up to make it completely original and completely interesting? So I think they're coming in with that perspective of being like tired of seeing an introduction to a character. So they give these things these ratings now because it's kind of hard to raise the bar on it.
I think that they did like 20 minutes of exposition, explaining things. And then after that, it was just 2 hours of breakneck speed action. To me, it delivered on what The Rock was going to give. I was expecting Fast and Furious, but I don't think this movie was that dumb. It was smarter than Fast and Furious, but it was the same kind of like bombastic action, not in the same vein as Hobbs and Shaw, because Hobbs and Shaw they went too dumb.
Yeah, no, this was way better than Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. Let's jump into the review. Let's
do it. Let's get into the spoiler-free review.
Let's jump into the spoiler-free review of Black Adam. Go ahead and tell your thoughts. And for all you nerds out here, I have my DC encyclopedia in case you want to say I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
So
I got all my facts right here.
So come if you want. We said come.
Come for me, son.
With a budget of $195 million and a runtime of 2 hours and 4 minutes, Black Adam is finally here. Nearly 5,000 years after he's bestowed with the almighty powers of the Egyptian gods and imprisoned just as quickly, Black Adam is freed from his earthly tomb, ready to unleash his unique form of justice on the modern world. That is the synopsis. Akil, put your phone on silent.
I know my phone just keeps going off, man.
What's going on? We got a special guest?
I don't know. Somebody just keeps calling me. Like, I'll deal with that after.
Yeah,
like, no worries. All day, nobody called me, and they want to call me while I'm doing it.
So, what is your initial thoughts of the movie before going into it? Before going into seeing the movie, how did you? What was your thoughts of what you thought the movie was going to be?
I thought I was going to get The Rock just being badass and over the top, and that's what I got. This movie delivered to me because it gave me Attitude Era Rock from WWE.
Heel turner.
WWE Attitude Era Rock.
Yeah.
And then you give him superpowers, and that's this movie, and then put a runtime of 2 hours. And that's what this movie is.
Yeah. Before going into this, I didn't have high expectations whatsoever. I was expecting Hobbs and Shaw, except Rock could fly now. You know? So when I came and sat down in the theater watching this, and I saw the way that the actors were actually completely taking the characters seriously that they were doing, the costume design was absolutely incredible. The 3D and the real stuff that they actually built and had around the place actually looked really cool. The fight scenes, fight choreography was actually really, really good. The story now, the writing could have been a bit better, and the acting from some characters could have been a bit better. But for the most part, a lot of the supporting characters were like, they rose this movie up to a level, and The Rock did his thing. He could have been a little bit better with the acting, but he did his thing. He could have been a little more of that Rock, you know what I mean? But he did his thing. You know what I mean? He just woke up. So I get it. He just woke up.
Charisma, so he could be more stoic.
He wasn't as charming as you know, as I wanted him to be. You know what I'm saying? He was getting there, but it was like he just woke up. So I was like, okay, he's just getting there.
His character literally just woke up. Did you realize that the bad guy was played by Jafar from the Aladdin movie, the remake?
I did not. No, that's dope. That's a dope find.
Jafar. Highlights to me were Aldous Hodge as Hawkman. I thought he did a great portrayal of Hawkman.
I thought he killed it. Yeah, those are the two. Those are the two that raised it to me to keep me engaged in the movie.
Dr. Fate, played by Pierce Brosnan, was great. I thought that was fantastic casting.
Yeah.
It's basically Doctor Strange. We all know, Dr. Fate, Doctor Strange are very similar.
Yeah.
So it was that same type of vibe. Adam Smasher was there. I guess he tried to be the comic relief, but the comedy didn't really work for me. I liked his relationship with Cyclone because I don't feel like he was trying to smash Adams. He was trying to smash Cyclone. So I like their dynamic. But other than that, it's just The Rock just breaking through walls and whooping ass for 2 hours. That's chill, man. 2 hours of him just busting through walls and
it could have been deeper. It could have been deeper.
Yeah, it's shallow.
Yeah, it's shallow. It's just a good ass time on the big screen. Like
it's a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's a good ass time on the big screen. It was fun seeing explosions. The noise was great. The soundtrack could have been better. It wasn't that great.
But I'm here for it. Was okay. Like, Casey, picture if they went a different route. Like they went super serious and they gave us like a Dark Knight style Black Adam film where we're dealing with slavery and all this. The Rock want people to have fun. And that's his mindset. And he wanted the people to have fun, and he wanted to have moments where the crowd cheered and laughed, and it brought all those emotions. It's a roller coaster. It's not that deep.
No, it's not that deep.
It's like eating some good junk food.
I think about it like who is he trying to get money out of to go see this movie? Grown ass men that are in their 50 or 15. You know what I mean? Like he's probably trying to get the 15-year-olds to make as much money as possible to be able to show it's a success. So I think he was aiming it at them while giving the dope ass costumes and giving the actual, like, I would think maybe it looked like accurate lore to the characters in this story. But I don't know. Was it accurate lore to these characters? Because my understanding of Black Adam was a little different. I thought he was enslaving people.
No, he wasn't enslaving people, but he was a product of slavery. But
okay,
he was more. He's I don't know. Dwayne, like the comment just said, he's like Dwayne was basically taken away from the villainy, so he could kind of keep the character neutral, because Black Adam wasn't really a villain in this. Like Black Adam he was an anti-hero just because he killed people. Really. Other than that, he was a hero.
Well, they played with the fact of like the Superman, don't kill people thing. So he was a villain, even though he was killing some douchebags at the start. He's still murdering people, So it's a very thin line, and that's what they were playing with. Is the Superman philosophy right, or is Black Adam's philosophy right? Now, if they told the story in a better way, that would have been shown and displayed for the audience to be able to comprehend better. But that's where they kind of faulted in the story to me. So like Adam Smasher, is that his name? He was in the middle of that, like kind of like trying to figure out maybe he's got to figure it out, or maybe we shouldn't be killing people, or maybe geez, if your back's against the wall, what are you supposed to do? But they didn't do a good enough job with his character to show that to the audience and make us kind of have that is he? Because in my opinion, Black Adam's character is like what this generation more wants than the Superman character.
So like in the comics, like I'm reading right now in the encyclopedia, Black Adam's more arrogant and petty, and he feels like a child shouldn't have the powers of Shazam, and that's why he's always beefing with Shazam in the comics. He's like, why'd you give this to a child?
Yeah.
When they're not responsible. So in the comics, it sounds like it was his nephew requested the powers to be shared with their dying uncle. Mm-hmm. And they said that was a fatal mistake because Adam killed that boy, I guess afterwards. He captured the Eternal Seven Sins and slaughtered the Council of the Eternity before Shazam finally imprisoned him. So he started going apeshit and killing all the other wizards. They glanced over that because it's like, oh, we don't want to show the villain, because they're like afraid to show the villainy of Black Adam.
Yeah, that's something I want to talk about in spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that could have been so ill if they did it like that.
Yeah, it's like they were afraid to show the true villainy.
Yeah, because what I will say is before going into this movie, I saw a potential for an interesting dynamic of Dr. Fate seeing the future and Hawkman reliving his life constantly. I think that's his power. He is constantly, so he knows the truth about dude. City might not know, but he knows. So that could be the anchoring of the reasoning why he's so gung-ho on like, no, this guy's a psychopath. You get what I'm saying? They did it good in the movie, but they didn't bring it out good enough.
I don't think they did it good. I think they did an okay job. It was kind of like they had.
It was just good enough. Like in my opinion, this movie was just good enough. Like, and it should have been better than that. You know what I mean?
I felt like there's certain plot points that they had to check off, like make sure we add this, make sure we add that.
Yeah.
But I felt like The Rock, he didn't want to go too deep into the villainy, so he kind of treaded lightly on certain subjects.
Yeah.
And they kind of glanced over some of the villainy, like I was reading about, like some of the despicable stuff that he did in the past. They're kind of just like, yeah, we'll leave that to the imagination. We'll let you read about that.
Yeah, they tried to do it like that, but I think they should have just gave it the way it was. Did a little bit better tricks with the cinematography after the reveal of some things with Hawkman. Like saying, I know this, and then show like the history of what's happening when you see Hawkman's face. Like if the director was a little bit better, the director was good enough. He wasn't like he didn't knock it out the park with the directing. Do you know what I mean? Like everything was was good enough, but the costumes were amazing. You know what I mean? In my opinion, the explosions looked dope.
I like the actress that played the Cyclone. I kind of wish she had more to do though.
Yes,
And
I
then
agree.
the character of the little boy with the skateboard, that's just the market to like teenage kids to be
That's
like,
exactly what it
I
is.
could be friends with Black Adam too. That's the
Yeah, and another character in the movie also was a anchor for the children. To bring in
that,
the
and then they
sales.
had like the fake ass Laura Croft. Like I didn't understand why she was raiding tombs and.
I seen like a YouTube video today, and she's an actual character named Isis, I believe. I could be
Oh,
wrong, man. I ain't no expert at all this. I just love this shit. But she's supposed to be a character in Black Adam named Isis, and she gets powers or something like that. I don't know. Let's see. What would that say? What would that say? I want to see. I want to see this, but Dwayne Johnson's ego is in his own way. Him not trying to be a true villain takes away from storytelling and character building. M. Dominique, thank you for that. It's a good point. What do you think of that, Akil?
yeah, like they're like, yo, let's tread lightly on this villainy. They
Mm-hmm.
made sure that he was killing basically not, I guess, like a militia, like an evil militia in the city. He
Yeah.
wasn't just killing civilians and stuff like that, which I guess is true to the anti-hero ness of the character.
Yeah,
But he's a bit of an asshole in the comics, and he wasn't really. He was a fish out of the water. They took the fish out of the water approach.
Yeah.
To explain why he was an asshole, but he's just an asshole in general.
Which is a smart strategy to linear him parallel with Superman being a fish out of the water also, and let like whoever relates to those Superman characteristics will anchor onto Black Adam's characteristics, and they could go from there with Black Adam. You get what I mean? Maybe that's why they wrote it like that.
But one gripe I could say I have with the movie is I didn't feel like there was a story. Like there was a time where I felt the movie ended, and then they're like, "Nah, bro, we still got more stuff to do." Like I thought the movie was done. I was like, "Mission accomplished. They did what they needed to do. All right, it's time to go." And they're like, "Nah, bro, we got like the third act felt kind of unnecessary." It's just like,
comic book
like they're
movies,
like,
man.
"Nah, bro, we need one more CG fight."
My best like criticism of this, the most positive I can give it, is it's honestly like a DC movie, like the cartoon movies. Like not the best of those cartoon movies, not the worst of the worst of those cartoon movies, but they give in the cartoon movies, they throw characters in that it's like, oh shit, they're throwing this person in. Okay, and they're just them. They're not I need to give a full introduction. They're like, no, Dr. Fate's in here. He knows who he is. He's doing his thing. Like they just did that, and I appreciate that from this movie. It honestly felt like I was watching one of those cartoon comic book movies where I'm like, why don't they put this on the big screen, man? This needs to be on it felt like they just said, you know what? These guys online got something. Let's just take a cartoon movie, put it on the big screen with The Rock. And they did that with this. Was it the best one? No, it's not the best of those cartoon movies. But it was one of the ones where I would watch and be like, I got everything out of this, and it successfully made me interested in Dr. Fate. All the characters, all the different characters, all of them. It made me be like, hey, who is Adam? Who's this guy? Who's that guy? And maybe I'll cop a comic when I see it now. Maybe I'll buy a Black Adam shirt with the lightning bolt. You know what I mean? So it did its job, and it was good enough, and it felt like a cartoon movie to me. Finally on the big screen, which we've been begging for years.
I think this movie does its job by the general audience is going to love it.
Yeah.
The kids are going to love it. But those super critical comic book nerds, I could see them tearing it apart and being overly critical of certain things in the film, certain aspects of the character in the movie.
Yeah.
They'll be overly critical of. But I think this is going to be a hit with the general audience, aka the Fast and Furious crowd.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to love this.
And you get your fill. You get how much you get so much out of it action wise. It's like I didn't walk out feeling like, oh, they could have, like I was like, oh shit, they went for that. They went for it. Oh shit.
Nonstop action. I feel like the next film is going to just be like how this movie had 20 minutes of like quiet and exposition.
Yeah.
They're like, nah, that 20 minutes is gone, baby. We hitting the ground running.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep.
We hitting the ground running.
So you agree it did its job to properly introduce Black Adam into the DCU?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's good enough. It just did it. Like it could have been a lot worse. Like that's how I felt while I was watching it. Like, it could have been a lot worse.
This again. Like I was watching Thor: Love and Thunder over again the other day, and I was just like, God, this first and second act are trash, man. Like I was just kind of like powering through it. And this movie you power through, you just put it on, and it could be background noise that's entertaining. Like you'll look up, oh shit, dope fight.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
Entertained. I was never not entertained while watching this movie.
Yeah, no, I agree.
There was never a time where I was just like, all right now. No, that's a lie. There was a time where I thought the movie finished, and then I was just like, all right now. And then they went back to fighting.
I'm just confused on why they're keeping him away from Shazam.
Do I don't know, because that was a Dwayne The Rock Johnson thing, because I felt like he should have been at the end credit scene for Shazam instead of that worm that they showed at the end of Shazam.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was weird.
It should have been The Rock showing up or something with Black Adam, because it all comes together. They used the same actor from Shazam that played the Wizard, the African guy. I forgot his name.
We'll talk about that after.
Hanzu, or whatever his name is. Yeah, I was like, yeah, they have the same actors in this. So I'm just like, why not? Stop being so scared. Just go ahead and be like, yo, shit's all connected.
I think they're just waiting for, people to watch this and say, okay, we got money, we can invest to make more. They got to have this guy have a standalone movie. At first, like, I was questioning if Black Adam should have a standalone movie, and now I'm like, yeah, he's got it. So
I'm telling you, the DCU, Dwayne Cinematic Universe right now.
Yeah, if we had Shazam in there, he would have stole some of the air from Black Adam, I think. And it would have really put Black Adam in the corner of being a one-dimensional angry character.
Does that go back to Dwayne The Rock Johnson's ego?
I don't know. You got to ask Dwayne.
Solo film.
Yeah, why the fuck wouldn't he?
Be established before they're like, oh, that's just the Shazam guy. He's like, nah, I'm Black Adam, damn it. Like,
because it'd be a 50-50. Why would you want that? Let Black Adam get his big screen shine. Since we're getting the Joker movie, the villains are getting their time on this big screen now. Might as well let him get it going. Do you want to read that one, or do you want me to?
Yeah, they noticeably left out the extra chair from the Marvel family in the first Shazam. Yeah, they did, and then in the first Shazam movie, they're like, oh yeah, that guy was the crazy guy, and he took out all the other wizards. I don't want to spoil nothing, but I'm just like, show more of that.
With time, I think this is just the first movie. We want 4 hours in the theater, like.
It was 2 hours. It was 2 hours, and
but I'm saying if they put too much in this, we would be like, it's bloated. It was already that was a long time. 2 hours is a long time to be in a movie. Hour and a half, I think, is
best way to describe this. It's a roller coaster, man. It's fun.
It's good enough.
Food. It's not that deep. It's better than Wonder Woman 84. It's better than Thor: Love and Thunder. Does it deserve a what did it get, like a 55? No.
No. It's not Batman Dark Knight. It's not Dark Knight.
It's a good movie. It's not great. It's not amazing. It's good. It gets the job done.
Nothing's wrong with good.
Entertained, and you have a fun time.
Yeah, I agree. It's good. If you go see it in the theaters, you're going to enjoy yourself. You're going to be like, okay, I had a good time in the theater. If you can watch it right now, anyways, Ski Mask, I don't know. Check it out like that too. But you're going to be watching it, and you're going to be thinking, I should be in the theaters watching this.
Support the Black man and his family, man. You
didn't even let me finish my sentence. Did you hear what I just said?
Ski Masking, bro. Oh, man.
Do you hear what I just said? You're going to watch it like that and be like, I should have been in the theaters watching this, because it's such big, impactful explosions and fight scenes happening. The choreographing is actually really great. So I would support this. I would say probably see it maybe on a Tuesday matinee. Save you some coin.
See in the or IMAX if you got the coin for it, because there's certain scenes where he was like flying, and the sound is like the sound effects were done really well with the flying.
Yeah.
Like I heard it like it was flying around. I was like, oh shit!
Exactly.
They really put some effort in this. So they put a lot of effort into the fight scene. So if you want to see some over the top Injustice 2 levels of fight scenes, I'm talking fatalities, people getting stuff ripped off, grenades going in people's mouths, all kinds of madness. This movie delivers on that. If you want deep character development, a story arc, maybe a romantic, a love triangle, you ain't getting that here.
No.
You ain't getting that here. The Rock is here to just whoop ass, look stoic. He might raise the eyebrow every once in a while. And he gonna fight. He fighting for 2 hours. That's it. If you want to see somebody just fight for 2 hours I haven't seen superheroes fight like that before. Like even Superman ain't that ruthless. So I thought
I'm
they did
telling you,
a
it felt
really
like the
good job.
cartoon. Felt like the cartoon movies. Like they were just going for it. I was like, okay, at least they're going for it. Like in this, like they're not holding back. They're really going for it. They're not. Oh, we need to talk about this for half an hour. And nah, they just said, you know what? I made my decision. I'm sticking with it, and they went for it.
We fight the word. So yeah, I'm giving this a 7 out of 10. Go see it.
Solid 7 for me. Also, it's a
I might
good enough
see it
movie.
Twice.
Good.
I liked it.
If it's on and I turn off the volume and I'm doing something else and it's playing, I definitely appreciate it like that, you know?
I'm buying
like,
with IMAX, man. If this is the direction that DC's going on, like if this is like the just the groundwork and they build,
there you go.
If they take this type of action and then they start putting like good story on top of that type of level of action, good foundation to start off with.
All right, everybody. I think it's about time for us to get into spoilers. How you feel about that, cuz?
I think it's like, let me write in the comments. Spoiler time.
So before that, I'm gonna let y'all know where you could reach us, where you could mess with us, talk to us, get in the comments. You know what I mean? For business inquiries, you can chop it up with us at thebacchanalsquad@gmail.com. Instagram, _bacchanal. Akil's got his TikTok. What's your TikTok, cuz?
That's just the at the Bacchanal.
And I'm KC the Bacchanalist on there. K to the Bacchanalist. Check me out on there. And we got the Facebook group. Oh Lord, do we got the Facebook group? Good Lord, do we got the Facebook group? The Bacchanal Podcast fan page. Get on that thing, man. Get in the conversation.
It's invite only because it's wild in there, people.
And don't be sensitive. If you join our group, leave that sensitivity at the door, okay? I'm telling you right now, because people ain't holding nothing back. They're not holding their tongue, nothing.
I ain't even do nothing, man. I was really hanging out with my family. I did some stand-up comedy. And Kill talking shit. I haven't even seen the movie yet. I ain't even say nothing. I love it. People just they're like, I feel like you would talk shit, so I'm gonna say you did.
Man, if you guys are liking it, I'm loving it.
I'm just trying to live. Just trying to live. Man.
Yeah, man.
All right, with spoilers on the horizon, let me throw The Rock.
Yes, that's what you took my damn joke. I knew I should have told you that last night. Diamond Dallas Page, The Rock is in the building.
I love that.
First thing I was thinking, man, when I saw that. The Rock is in the building, baby. And it's literally The Rock, too. That's what's dope about it.
Double entendre. So when they did that, I was like, this movie's smarter than people give it credit.
Exactly, man. I know Diamond Dallas Page was watching it like, man, you killed this, boy. You killed this. You know, just watching it with a teardrop.
AZ watching it crying. Dallas Page probably watching. He's like, hell yeah. So
yeah, man. The Rock got his movie on the big screen like this. Like this is bigger than like Hulk Hogan on the big screen. This is bigger than any other wrestler we've seen. This is a
passion project, man.
Yeah, it's a passion project.
The passion behind it. He's like, yo, because I'm watching this movie and I'm seeing how ruthless and badass this guy is.
I'm like, yo,
and I'm looking at Shazam, I'm like, bro, you need to step up.
I was like, Dwayne Johnson is really getting to live his motherfucking dream right now. This is amazing to see. I know it's not the best written movie. It had the stupid MacGuffin with the crown, you know, but he's living his dream. He paid for this himself. He put it out himself, him and his wife. He hired his writers. He's trying. Oh, his ex-wife? Okay, my bad. But he hired his writers. You know, he hired his team. He hired the people to do all the stuff. You gotta love it. You can't hate that, man. You can't hate that, man.
He even brought the guy in from Young Rock, the TV show.
Oh, word.
To play his son. When the son had the powers and transferred it to him, that was the guy from Rock. So he's like, yo, we all eat. We all eating.
Yeah, man.
Everybody on. Gotta respect The Rock for that.
I love it, man. No. Yeah, I love it. I love what he's doing. The movie was not the best movie. Don't get me wrong, but I love what he's doing. And he's literally the anchor of the DCU now because they got the Shazam characters in this movie.
Dwayne Cinema Universe, man.
he literally took this shit like he tried to do Fast and the Furious.
Yep.
He's a strong arm in the industry. What else was an anchor?
Adam, look, the good thing with Black Adam, he can navigate. He could deal with the Justice League one day. Nah, I ain't fooling with y'all.
Suicide Squad.
Another movie, he hanging out with Suicide Squad. Oh, I ain't fooling with y'all no more.
Yeah.
He could rock with the Injustice League with Lex Luthor.
So let's get to the big one. The big
I'm
spoiler.
saying he could navigate just through anything. That's why that's going to be dope if he does that. Like they could use The Rock kind of like what Marvel was doing with Agent Coulson, like Black Adam just pop up in certain events and just talk shit. Because he could do that. He does whatever he wants.
Yeah, man. He's gangster as fuck, man. He's killing this. They even had the little fight scene in the bedroom where it was showing Aquaman on the wall, and it was the Aquaman that we know from the movies. It showed everything accurate to the movies, and then the after credits came. What'd you think?
I like that The Rock went out of his way to get Henry Cavill back because I don't know what DC's problem is. I don't know what their beef is. It's just stupid. Just The Rock is giving the fans what they want. He paid and got this done. Now all they got to do next is hire the best writers because that's what I'm saying. That's where Marvel's been messing up lately. They've been cheaping out on the writers.
Yeah,
DC, now's your time. The Rock, now's your time. Go ahead, whatever you make from this movie, invest it in getting the writers because you already got the fighting choreography down pat.
They need to hire psychologists. They need to hire therapists and writers to work together to bring the best stories out, to bring the best character dynamics out of these comic book characters. Because that's what we like about a lot of these stories, like Iron Man being an alcoholic and, like these little things.
Yeah.
And him getting through those things, not just Iron Man punching something, but he's a futurist. So you see that he thinks of things before it happens. So he'll be like, oh, let me throw this. And he'll throw a little rocket and he'll hit somebody in the face. You know what I mean? Like it's because he's a futurist. Now we need them to look at the DC characters the same way they analyze the Marvel characters. Like we need that now in DC. Read it out loud, man.
Okay, so Walter Amanda, I don't know how to say the name, said no to Henry Cavill coming back. The Rock went over his head to David Zaskoville and got it approved. Okay. That's what he heard, at least. That's what I heard as well. So I feel like, why not? I think Henry Cavill was dealt a bad card.
Yeah.
With the writing when it came to Superman.
And the directing.
I think he could portray a Superman that we all know and love if the writing is there.
Yeah, and they made him look mopey all the time in his movies. Like the Batman vs Superman, he looked like he was so depressed and unhappy.
The thing is with Superman, okay, if you want to make him mopey and he makes mistakes in Man of Steel, that's fine. But by the second movie, I need Superman. I need the Boy Scout by the second movie. You give me a second movie where he's still, woe is me.
Yeah, it's like, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah. He's got to be like the show.
I thought we dealt with this already in the first film.
I want to see some of that action like in the show where the kid's like, oh man, I like the S on your jeans. He's like, oh no, it's actually this. My mom made it for me. And he flies off. You know what I mean? And it's like, Superman. That's Superman. Let's get that energy. That's what we want to see. He's a little bit of that Shazam energy. You know what I mean? Let's get that, that happy going.
That child look like wonder, that Boy Scout. Exactly. We didn't get that. We got a sad nigga from space.
Yeah. The Mexicans are touching. He's like, get me out of here.
Oh, yeah. When the Mexicans were touching them, they're like, yeah.
It's like, what the hell is going on? Yeah. Yeah. So I'm glad we got Cavill in this, man. I'm that really just put the anchor in officially. And I like the way The Rock is muscling things to happen. Like he's just saying, okay, he's there too. People are going to like this. So let's move forward with these projects now. So Henry Cavill is back for Superman 2, right? So
Casey, let's talk real quick. You think he leaked it on purpose? You think The Rock leaked it?
I absolutely. It's a genius move, man. What the hell do you think? I hope he did.
Absolutely. And then if you go on the Warner Brothers page on Instagram, they got the camera. It's like a bootleg. Like somebody went to the theater and they got the camera down. And you hear the crowd's reaction. They're like, "Oh shit! Oh!"
It's strategy
on their page. So I'm just like, "Damn, y'all stooping low. Y'all got the bootleggers promoting for y'all."
They have to, man. They gotta look at how disorganized WB is. They dropped Batman, Gotham Knights, and Black Adam in the same weekend, and they didn't even think to do anything together with both of these big AAA things. You know what I'm saying?
It should have been the ball. But they dropped the ball with Gotham Knights, man.
Yeah, put a little Black Adam shirt in the DLC of the game or something. You know what I'm saying? Mix it up. But they completely dropped the ball on what I would think would be one of DC WB's biggest weekends to make money.
But you know what they did?
They're disorganized. So I get it with The Rock saying, you know what? Let's leak this little thing out. Let's put a little whispers in the air. so we could get it in our favor. Yeah.
Let me tell you how they dropped the little breadcrumbs for this movie. If you watch DC Superhero Pets, which is surprisingly a really good movie, end credit scene, Shazam, the Black Adam shows up with a Black Adam dog, voiced by The Rock. End credit scene. So the kids watch that. They watch the end credit scene. They see Black Adam. They see the dog. They're excited. They go tell their parents. Boom, they see a trailer for Black Adam. They watching Black Adam. Genius marketing.
You got to take it into your own hands, especially in like the entertainment industry. You can't just wait for these execs who don't understand art and trying to create things to make decisions when they're just looking at the dollar amount. An amazing show that I would highly recommend is The Offer. It's based on the background situations in the industry of the Godfather Part 1 movie. And it shows how disorganized everybody is and how against everybody is to get they all want the shine. So they're trying to cut somebody off, even though that guy is going to do amazing work. Like all the back beefs and all the intrigue. It's really amazing. And it shows how the industry is. So like that is, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I applaud The Rock for doing what he had to do.
Let me switch gears. Let's talk about people. Hawkman got the shit kicked out of him several times. To the point I thought they were going to rip his wings off and put it and fry it. Have some fried wings.
Yeah, there was a point when he was getting pulled apart there. I was a little nervous.
I was like, oh.
His costume looked amazing though.
Yeah.
I'm not even a Hawkman fan. I don't know this man, but I was like, the costume looked amazing.
To me, they had him looking like Black Panther with the drip when he was in his civilian clothes.
That got a little black, especially when he dropped out the plane and
I was like,
did the Black Panther drop. I was like,
huh?
They're trying to bootleg T'Challa out here.
From New Orleans. That looked like that X Mansion. That was not no New Orleans, bro. That was upstate New York. That was nowhere New Orleans looked like that. What are they talking about? That was upstate New York.
But he definitely, yeah, that looked like the X Mansion for sure. When the plane came
X Mansion
and they took off, I was like, huh.
Okay. Adam Smasher, I guess he's the comic relief.
He wasn't really funny.
Yeah, I'm just like, you could have brought something. They always bring like the D-listers for these teams to fight people I don't know who got business fighting.
Who is he though? Who's this actor?
He's in a lot of like teen dramas. His name is Noah something.
Oh, okay, so he's doing his thing. He's on the rise.
Yeah, he's an up and comer. I'm not familiar with the actress playing Cyclone. She's new to me as well.
Yeah, no, I don't know her either. I did like the way that her like Black Adams was flying like straight, aggressive, assertive, and she was more like a ballerina floating through the air, like doing flips.
It's whimsical, man. She had some LGBT farts coming out of her.
I liked her the way that it just was like an opposite of Black Adam. It made that pop even more, like her style, her color code, all that shit. You know what I mean? It looked really good. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she needed to do more. They needed to write more for her character to give her a reason to be in here other than selling toys or
I wouldn't even brought her on the team. I'm like, what you doing? You out here just smoking up? Like the only people that were useful were really Dr. Fate and Hawkman. Like Adam Smasher might put his hand down on somebody, but that's it. You about to get your ass beat after you lift that hand. And then her thing that one time with she'll throw in those rails at Black Adam.
Yeah,
he was just laughing at her like
he was just staring like
he's like, all right, whatever. He's probably like, I don't hit women, so I'm like he's like,
yeah, he never hit her.
All right,
he just
comic book Black Adam would hit women though.
Backhand.
He would give us, but this Black Adam don't hit women.
Some 1940s energy. But her character they could have done so much more with her character, but that would have added time to the movie, I guess. So
she's nice to look at.
She's the daughter of somebody, right? If I remember right.
Let me whip out the encyclopedia, boss.
Yeah, I think she's the daughter of the red dude who has like the cyclone thing too.
No, that guy's a robot.
Is he? She's the daughter of somebody. I don't remember who it is. He's like an old, just like Adam is like the grandson of the dude who's the main guy, I think. And his uncle was that.
I like how they brought Henry Winkler into the movie. He had a little cameo. He was the original, the Fonz. He was the original Adam Smasher. I was like, yo, that's kind of dope.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I like how they did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not familiar with Cyclone. I think she's one of
No, me
those,
neither. She's a new character. I think she was just in like one thing before. She just new in the comics from like 2010, maybe. Red Tornado. Thanks, John Thomas. Let me search Red
Is she
Tornado.
related to
That's the
Red
name I was looking
Tornado?
for. I think she's Red Tornado's like kid.
He's a robot though, isn't he?
That okay? Yeah, I don't remember, man. Daughter. Let me put Red Tornado daughter.
I'm looking at my encyclopedia. They didn't even give her a page.
Oh, she's a new character.
But like Cyclone. Yeah,
Tiara
I'm
Sutton.
not familiar with Cyclone, so I know somebody else would jump on here and be like, she is the this and the that. So I like that. I like the Amanda Waller. I like that they brought back the blonde girl from Suicide Squad that's also on Peacemaker.
I like that they did that, but is Superman in Amanda Waller's pocket now? Is that what that means?
It seems like she's blackmailing the shit out of Superman. Like she must got some nudes on him, or he said something racist, and she's like, now, or your sex tape is gonna get leaked.
Yeah, man. I was just like, did they have to put her in here? Like
Amanda Waller?
Yeah. I think they could have done I think they just wanted to do it to anchor, but they could have done a creative way to not even really have her like have control of this whole situation.
So Cyclone is the granddaughter of the original Red Tornado. I'm about to say Red
granddaughter. Tornado. Okay.
Granddaughter.
Okay. I knew it was something like that. And I think they said something like that, but I was like, her powers are just like this guy. So, you know?
She's an honorary member of the Justice Society.
Okay.
Current caretaker of their headquarters. So she amazed. She'd be dusting and cleaning their headquarters. Maxine grew up idolizing her grandmother's alias in the JSA. She was kidnapped once by mad scientists who created the second Red Tornado, a powerful android, and they infected her with nanobites. Okay, so they kept that the same. All right. She possesses the power to manipulate wind. She's able to mentally summon cyclones and whirlwinds, project powerful bursts of air, and fly through the air by riding wind currents. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say she queefs from time to time. Queef confirmed. The queef.
Yeah.
Like, where do you think that air is coming from?
Yeah, they need to bring Darkseid back for sure. John F. Thomas is saying they need to bring Darkseid back. I hope that's the plan. That would be an amazing plan for him to get a proper space on the big screen. I think that would be amazing. I think he should get a movie. That'd be dope if they gave him a movie.
Yeah, just like a back. Yeah, they're doing all this villain stuff. They could give him maybe a new Gods movie where
full blown movie, man. Like
just as the boogeyman or something. I don't know.
Just give him a full blown movie, man. And then be like, oh shit, he's there, and then make Green Lanterns or something have to. I don't know. Green Lanterns and
Green Lanterns should be a series, a movie, or something.
They need a movie, man. Green Lantern will anchor the whole universe and like all the space shit too. So
they don't know what to do with it. They put some jokes in it, make it funny. Let's do this. I don't know.
John F. Thomas, I'm not even going to read that one on this podcast.
Nope. We get in trouble enough on these apps. Yeah. Get me in trouble. Not reading that.
But yeah.
Let's talk about the bad guy who was unnecessary. Sabat
was kind of
unnecessary, bro. The movie was done. And he's like, I'm coming.
You know what?
It was done, bro.
I'm gonna just need a little more camera time. It's like what?
The movie was done. Black Adam was taking a nap. I ate my popcorn.
They wrapped the credits, and he said, "Nah, I think I'm gonna get him now."
One more CG fight in me, bro.
Yeah.
Unnecessary, bro. He was dead. He was cold as ice, dead.
Yeah, they just need to have that 3D versus 3D fight, man. That was like, I was watching it, I was like, all right, this movie's over. I'm ready to go. They don't need another 20 minutes.
At that point, third act was unnecessary. The shit.
Yeah, that's what put it from like really good, like to just good to me.
They could have just left the movie with him in jail.
Yeah, and then they just
I'm cool with that.
And then the credits roll, he breaks out, and then when you see him break out, and he's just kind of walking low key in the streets. That's when you see Superman look at him and him look at Superman, something like that. And it's like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like
Dr. Fate came to him. He's like a fishbowl. He's like, "Oh shit, my niggas need me."
I was like, "What? Isn't he dead?"
Oh shit, the streets need me. And then the thing is, did they CG the Rock's head on like a slightly smaller guy?
Yeah, who was still pretty jacked. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
That guy was still in good shape.
I'm trying to look like that guy. What's the problem?
They were just blowing millions of dollars on this extra shit for nothing at the end. And they even, did you see the part where they put the tube down the Rock's throat? Like,
yep.
They just stuffed it down his throat. Like, why did they have to stuff a tube down?
We trying to get a different demographic.
Yeah, why did they stuff
we
it
need
down
you to deep throat this tube.
I saw that. I was like, look at my girl. Like, what the hell are they doing to the Rock in this movie? They tricked him.
You know, hey, certain fans are probably going.
He just took a glizzy.
Signed up for that.
The Rock took a glizzy. I was like, what the hell is going on in this movie?
Hell yeah, they're like, all right, Rock, if you want the funding, you got to deep
throat. Yeah, man. Need that investment money. Just took a glizzy.
All right, you want the investment? We trying to hit a different demographic, bro. You better.
So
What if they showed it to a test audience and they're like,
nah, drop a
movie doesn't have enough LGBT representation.
Yeah, for real.
Could
you sneak a glizzy in him right quick?
You put that down your mouth real quick, man. We try to
drop it in him.
The test audience says they want you to deep throat it. I don't know why, but we're gonna
50 mil Rock. Take that glizzy. You better take that glizzy, Rock.
Well, yeah, so Bot was so unnecessary, bro. Everybody was gone. Everybody. It would have been a happy ending for Dr. Fate. My man was gonna go home. He could have went cool.
Yeah. What do you think of the whole foreshadowing of the murder?
He left hell just to go out, get his ass beat, and go back to hell, bro. The same day.
In that same hour, he didn't even get to chill. He didn't even get to get like a fucking Starbucks. He didn't get a pumpkin spice latte. Nothing. He didn't get to put nothing together in his head.
You know, when he went back to hell, they're probably like, "Really, nigga? You just left?"
Oh, the bad guy. Yeah,
like, bro, we just sent you out here, bro. What you
He
didn't
even get to play a PS5. Nothing.
He didn't get to experience nothing, bro. He was dead.
Can I just talk about this kid who's skateboarding through the roughest streets I've ever seen? Like, those roads looked destroyed to completion before they even had the battles. And this kid is skateboarding in there?
He was skateboarding through a war-torn country, man. Just like
sand
members and stuff. Like,
this kid's popping ollies like, oh!
Like, bro, somebody just died down the street.
Yeah. Okay, we see his superpowers. Like, how the hell is he skateboarding?
Yeah, that kid was just that was just to get the young kids. Like myself.
I was like, this is so
stupid. That's radical. I'm just like, nah, nigga, stay at home.
I was like, this is stupid. There's no way he's skateboarding. I can't even skateboard in St. Lawrence Market downtown. How the hell on old brick? Like Soho. How the hell would he skateboard there?
He's skateboarding on dirt and war-torn
sand, dirt, blown up roads. He's just doing all these kick flips. The streets are only clear for him.
He always had the skateboard. There was one scene where he's running and he's like, "Oh shit, gotta make sure I got my skateboard." Like, nigga, drop the skateboard and worry about your life, bro.
Even his little hiding spot in the room when he dodges out the bad guy and he runs down that little thing. The bad guy sees him do it, and the bad guy's just like, "Well, I guess he got away." Hop down there and get the kid. How bad do you want this crown?
He ziplined with a skateboard on a heavy ass skateboard. My guy ziplined.
That skateboard would have snapped in half. They would have just been like, dead. They would have just sniped him in the air. He wasn't that high.
What started getting on my nerves was Black Adam just walking through doors. I was like, y'all just being ignorant. Like,
that was just asshole shit, man. The crowd loved it.
He's destroying the buildings.
He was destroying her house though, like the lady's house.
No reason. And the other thing, why you got this strange alien, whatever Black Adam is, in your son's bed talking about don't go in the room? What? It's like I bring home Swamp Thing and put him in my daughter's bed and say, "Hey kids, don't go in there."
They literally put a monster in his bedroom, in the kid's bedroom, right? Do I remember that right?
Do what now?
They literally put Black Adam, like a demon monster, magical powers, in his bedroom.
In the little kid's bedroom.
Yes, yeah, like they put their whole family in danger, and they're seeing him massacring people. Like Black Adam needed their help to beat him. But he really didn't. Show him be badass all the way through. Show him being badass all the way through. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah. They did, like, the Justice Society was unnecessary. They showed up. They tried to apprehend them. Then they're like, yeah, we can't do that. Let's go home. Call them. Like, going to work and you couldn't get the work done, so you just quit midway and go home. That's what they did this movie. They're like, it wasn't even like if you can't beat them, join them. It was just this nigga didn't need us. We don't.
They were just almost begging, like, please just stop killing people.
We're gonna just go home.
Just that, like,
because the people there, the country didn't want them there. They're just like, why y'all here? We've been
them,
yeah.
Like, they didn't want them.
They didn't want the Justice Society. They're like, yo, you could have came here 20 years ago when these militia and stuff started taking over. You want to show up now because you have interest in Black Adam.
Which is like such a dynamic I wanted to speak on in the storytelling and the writing of this movie, which they had the potential to make this from a, story that they have to an amazing, actually deep story with good linings. Because they touched on things, but they didn't go through with it like that. Like, yo, the whole town don't want you here. Throw shit at these heroes.
Yep.
Miss T, we talked about 001. Did y'all already talk about this guy smashing through the walls all the time? Ha ha. Yes,
it was ignorant.
That was just some disrespect to the lady that just saved his life.
Like, what do you know what doors are? He's like, yeah, Kool-Aid Man. What's wrong with you, bro? You know stuff costs money.
Yeah, he didn't give a. It was funny.
Superior just woke up. She put hungover, but I saw the movie. That end credit scenes that end credit scene was amazing.
That end credit scene.
I like that they were able to pull that off.
I like that they did it too. I'm glad they did that.
Shout outs to the DCU, the Dwayne Cinema Universe, and there's talk that we might get a new Flash. They talk about replacing Ezra. So
I'm not even gonna say that Boogeyman and Beetlejuice name in this.
Hey, 3 times he pop up behind you. You want to fight?
I don't say Yacon name or Miller.
Oh yeah, I don't say Yeezy or Ezra. Those are two words I try to stay away from.
Those are out of the vernacular.
That's two creatures I don't want to deal with.
No. Or dump. I don't say dump either. That's the triple double right there. I don't say those either. But
overall, I really enjoyed this movie.
It was good.
It just went on a little bit too long with Sabata or whatever. I was like, bro, like movie was done, bro.
It could have been an hour and a half.
No,
hour and a half. That was like a 20-minute fight.
140. I give it about an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah, it's about the same shit. Yeah, instead of 2
and like just ended with him going to jail, and we're just like, oh no, just leave it like that.
Yeah, and then he sneaks out. You see him take the thing on his throat.
What they said they're going to replace the Flash. Wow. Yeah, they're looking at the actor from that movie 1917.
Yeah,
a British actor. So yeah, anybody's better than Ezra. So
yeah, just get him replaced. Let's get him out of here, man.
Yeah, like at the end of his movie, maybe he needs to go like, oh no, or have Black Adam just step on them or something. I don't know.
Nah, just switch them. Just be like, he wakes up and he's like, oh shit, okay, and just move on with the movie.
just roll with it.
Yeah, because they're investing in the Flash too, I think. So let's get it going, man.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm excited to see what they do moving forward with this new, as I call it, Dwayne Cinema Universe. So like,
man.
Aquaman, if Black Adam wants to show up at the end in Under the Sea, put Black Adam in everything. I already told you, use Black Adam like Coulson. And just have him pop up and do whatever the hell you want. Who's gonna stop him? Even Superman, he didn't want to fight. He's like, "You want to talk?"
That's a fact. That's what I was about to say. He's like, "We need to talk about this having ultimate power thing."
My guy,
talk.
He chose his words correctly. He's like, "Would you like to discuss this?"
He didn't come. He walked in slow too. He walked in slow, like
he walked in slow. He approached.
I ain't got my ass beat since the bullies. Yeah,
he was ready to fight, but like you said, like Amanda Waller got to have some type of dirt on Superman.
Yeah.
Where she calling him on speed dial. Like she's like, somebody. I was expecting Peacemaker to show up. Like, who you got? Peacemaker?
I was expecting Shazam to be like, hey, bro, like the wizards told me about you. Let's chill out, okay? You know, like something like that.
I could see Black Adam just backhanding Shazam, like no respect for him.
I can't wait to see that on the big screen. It's gonna come.
It's gonna be fun.
Family's gonna be like, no, how could you do that? Megan Good's gonna be in there. It's gonna be a great time.
See, that's the casting that gets me mad. I can't look at Megan Good in that movie because I know it's really a young girl portrayed by a 42-year-old.
Oh my god! Why you gotta put that in my head?
Dirty.
It is Megan Good.
It's not Megan Good. That's a young child.
You're a sick bastard. Put that together. They are actors.
look at that. I was like, that's really a young child. That's a grown woman. That's wild, man. I wonder if R. Kelly gets conflicted while watching that movie. It's wild.
That's wild. That is
wild. I was like, that's a grown woman and the kid.
Yeah.
You think they'll replace Ben Affleck as Batman? No, I think Ben Affleck's a good, aged, dirty old man Batman. I think we're going to just have multiple Batmen. We'll have the Matt Reeves universe, and we'll have this universe with Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck's rumored to be coming back, so I
didn't think he did a bad job. It's just
he didn't do a bad job. It's just the writing and the directing.
It comes down to writing.
Yeah, and the directing, man. What they wanted him to do, how they want him to look, and yeah, no, they did a good job. Even Wonder Woman was good.
Said easiest check from Viola.
Yeah, she didn't even wipe the cock out of her eyes. She's just like, "What you want me to do on the camera?" She just sat down.
We got somebody coming.
Opened up Zoom. She's like, "All right, put me on Zoom."
And another fun thing, like nepotism wise, that woman from Suicide Squad, the blonde-haired woman, that's James Gunn's wife.
Okay.
So he put her in Suicide Squad, and then he's like, I'm gonna put you in everything. We eating in this family, damn it. You go into work, I'm working, everybody's working.
I'm telling you, honestly, it feels like the actors are all like, yo, we love these comic books. Fuck WB execs. Let's just push this shit forward in our direction. Yeah. That's what it feels like is happening, and I like it because WB is just messing up. They have everything in their pocket, and they're just messing it all up. So
we should do a review for Gotham Knights next, man. That's an onion, man. I got a lot of layers to that one.
I love that shit, man. I was so excited to see that. I have this too, man. You know what I mean? Like, I was ready to go. I'll still be live streaming it on Twitch. Catch me on there at K to the Games. But man, game broke my heart, man. The game broke my damn heart.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna be online playing Gotham Knights tonight. If you have a PS5, I'm D's Nuts 1988. I'll put that in the chat. If anybody wants to hit me up and play with me. Casey, what you got going on?
YeaFlyness Your Flyness on PS5. So if you want to mess with us, play that Gotham Knights. I will be on later tonight also. And I will be on Twitch live at K to the Games. So check me out on there. It's going down.
Hope you enjoyed our Black Adam review. I guess our next review will be Black Panther. It's going to be an interesting one, man. It's going to be interesting.
November. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be
so thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you for the comments.
Yeah.
This is the Back and Now Podcast. Again, hit us up on Facebook, Instagram. We are the Back and Now Podcast. That's BCCHANAL. Email us at thebackandnowsquad@gmail.com. Hit us up on Instagram, Twitter. We're everywhere. We're listening. We got our ears to the streets.
Creators create, man.
Yep. So everybody be safe. Check out Black Adam. Let us know what you thought. I gave it a 7. Casey gave it a 7.
Yeah.
And I thought it was an entertaining film.
Yeah.
So that's our final.
It was good enough. It was good enough.
Good enough. Any last thoughts, Casey?
That's it, man. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Appreciate you all. That's it. Let's go.
Thank you, everybody, for joining our stream. Everybody be safe. Peace.
Peace.